Okay, we'll go ahead and call this council regular session to order. It's Wednesday, May 15th, time 7 p.m. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah, I'll go ahead and open it up for visitor comments. If you'd like to come up and make a comment, please state your name for the record. Keep it to 3 minutes or less, and we will be taking notes of action if needed. We'll get back to you. Come up.
Patrick Berkeley, St. Helens. I have all kinds of things on my mind. First, I meant to, but I did not. Need to apologize to Mr. Freeheim. I believe the last time that I was here making public comment and he followed afterwards, I didn't exhibit the best decorum that would be expected. So for that, I do apologize. Still stand by how I was feeling, what I was feeling about, but that was not proper. And also, I thought it would be important for you to see a friendly and supportive face. Russ, I'm sorry. my resignation, got you, but you threw your hat in the ring. Anyway, no, I had no idea when I did step down from the council, which I had a crystal ball that all this stuff would be happening. It's truly because of my inability to perform my job as a teacher and as a counselor. And even though I haven't been present at many of the meetings, I do pop in, I try to keep in touch. And I understand the fire that you are under for a number of things. One I saw in the Chronicle today is about the decision regarding the police station. My hope had been that building would almost be complete. I agree, Councilor Chilton, we mitigated the concerns, and it was for other reasons that I believe individuals chose to, I think for personal political purposes in the upcoming election, that some of these things are happening with you. So anyway, I want to again commend you for sticking with it, doing a good job. And I also do want to quote what Mr. Toski said. He commends each and every one of you. You showed tremendous courage in the change of your, of voting against the conditional use permit for the police department. I encourage you to continue to show tremendous courage. I know you had a discussion this afternoon. I don't know what came of it concerning tourism and the contract. I want to assure you, I personally believe it is time to move on. Time to move on to a different contractor. You've got the RFP. Stand up to the naysayers, the doomsayers, and do what I think you believe is in the best interest for all in our community. So, other things I know in detail that I will continue to share with you, but I just wanted to encourage you to continue staying strong.
Thank you, Patrick. Okay, who else would like to speak?
How you doing? I'm Ron Hotelling. Here basically on behalf of the Project Arcadia team, and we just like to publicly thank the counselors and the mayor and John for all the effort you guys put into getting the LOI for Project Arcadia put together and signed, and for all the efforts that I know are going to go into the next phase. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate that, and I'm sure that all of the people that are kind of being affected by that, appreciate it. And just let you know that we're ready to move forward and get the mill back started up again and running and get everybody back to work. So that's all I gotta say. I don't know if you're planning on discussing that at all tonight or if there's gonna be any mention of it, but
I was gonna bring it up in my report, just that we had signed the LOI and a good group of brothers, you know that.
all right, great, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, who else would like to speak?
Oh, no, go ahead, go ahead. Well, thank you. And I will repeat what Patrick said about your dedication and hard work. Thank you very much. My name is Jim Coleman, St. Helens resident. I had to listen on the recording of the work session today, but I was curious, that's why I came down, I was curious to hear about this tourism extension on the contract when we have an RFP in the process. And so my thought is, why would we extend it? And then I heard John say, well, we would only have 4 nights of music on the schedule. And I said to myself, how can that be? The tourism department has had a year to plan 13 nights on the river, or 13 nights in the park. That schedule should be out there already. Booked. She's using that as a pawn to get you guys to extend the contract. And if she can't function only 4 of those events, John, you have a staff of excellent people that could jump in and take that on. The city is paying the bill. It's coming out of that secret WANA account, but that's where the money is. The WANA Federal Credit Union has donated. Port of St. Helens has donated a lot. All that money is there to pay those bills, I would assume. So don't let that threat of I'm only going to do 4 nights of music force you into extending a contract. We have a plan, RFP. She might be the next tourism director if she's going to apply. But anyway, I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on that. I just listened to that and I said, that just can't be right. Somebody should had a year to plan this 13 nights on the river. It should be booked. The calendar should be all over town. Come celebrate in the park with us. Here's the bands. Okay, thank you.
You made it plenty of time. You still have 44 seconds.
Nick Helnick, City of St. Helens. Just want to say thanks for approving my permit to close down John Gum Way. Was wondering if there's a way I could rent some barriers that the city owns to close off the streets. If not, that's totally fine. I can just park my cars there and that'd be fine there. And that's pretty much it. I know I'm probably not out of time to talk back and forth, but if there's a way I could rent those just to make it safe for the kiddos, that'd be great. And then this is my first meeting at the Parks and Trails Commission. And it was quite an event and it was very eye-opening to the way the city works and that aspect of things. So I appreciate the appointment, Mayor, and looking forward to every other one, second Monday of each month. So anything else I can do for the city, please let me know, as long as my wife approves. She's the boss, been married for almost 13 years now, so I learned to be happy over being right, and it's worked out marvelously. So thank you all.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Like to speak.
Ray Praline. So I still don't know what you're doing with tourism, frankly. I listened to your conversation. I don't know if you're shortening that, if you're having the event, if it's down here, it's still not clear. And it's pretty ridiculous that it's not clear. You have a city administrator. It's clear to me why most cities have a city manager and not a city administrator, because you guys are dysfunctional. It's like you cannot make a decision. All you need to do is decide, are you going to have Halloween Town or not? Mr. Gunderson is the only one that's up there that's actually making sense, and I can't believe I'm saying that. But it's like, you know, how do you change, Jim is thinking that, oh, why didn't she schedule it? Well, because she's not going to be here. If she is not going to be here and she doesn't get the contract, how is she supposed to sign a contract for events that she will not be here for? It's pretty simple, right? And if you think that you can do the RFP and get a contract by July 1st, you're wrong. You should listen to your city administrator who told you that you can't. You should listen to your city recorder who's told you that you can't. You should listen to your other staff people that have told you that no, you can't, that you need to extend that contract to the end of the year, do the RFP process. Now let's talk about the RFP process. I'm okay with an RFP process. Your RFP is wrong. I don't know if you've read it. You should. There are so many wrong things about that RFP. It's sad. We'll see who responds. I don't even know if Tina's gonna respond. Have you thought about what happens if Tina doesn't respond to the RFP? Because she won't respond because it's not an RFP that's doable. It's clear from your RFP that you want an employee. It is not an independent contractor agreement. It is an employee agreement. And it's stupid that you think that she can do it. I guess that could be phase 2, but it's kind of a mess. But regardless, for at least this year, the contract needs to be extended. RFP needs to go forward. Then you need to get someone, and excuse me, it's none of you that actually knows what events are. None of you are qualified to evaluate and read and pick a person to answer that RFP. There was practically no one, the only people that I know that work for the city that can do that was maybe Christina Sullivan, because she's had some experience about what the event does. What you need to do is you need to hire an experienced event coordinator to do your evaluations, a professional that is not going to respond, have them read the RFPs and let them make the decision. You picking people to answer the RFP out of you or another group of your friends or whatever who know nothing about events is not the way to do it. We make these mistakes again and again and again, and it's time to change that dynamic. Hire someone who does that for a living and who knows what events are. None of you are qualified to evaluate the RFP, not one of you. And you should hire a professional to do that evaluation, and it should not be you and other citizens who know less than you do.
Your comments? Do you have any on Zoom?
Steve Toskey is the first one.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with Steve.
Good evening, counselors. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak. Sorry, I'm appearing remotely. I just want to make one comment
Just state your
about
name for the record, Steve.
Oh.
I only got your first name on there.
Steve Toskey, a citizen of St. Helens. And I'm calling about the debate about what to do about this year's tourism. It's clear to me from reading the RFP, and I've spent some time with it, that the RFP is changing the dynamic of what the tourism person's going to do. It appears that what the council is looking for, what the city is looking for, is for what it says, an event coordinator manager, that the city's going to be taking over the administration of the tourism events and is looking for somebody to basically manage the events under the direction of the city. And so that is different than the current contractor who brings in tourism, creates tourism events. So I agree with Councilor Gunderson. I think that to ask somebody to take over and say, we're going to have you do these events. Here you go. I just I don't see a lot of probability it's gonna work. So this thing kind of really did get started off on the wrong foot. Continues to kind of wobble down the road. Just that's my 2 cents worth on that. Thank you. And then regarding Project Arcadia, I know there's a real estate deal in the mix, and I just am throwing up my cautionary flags on real estate deals involving that waterfront. It's a very large chunk of land that belonged to a company. And I don't know if there's been a lot of I dotting T crossing regarding what exactly is being proposed as far as the land piece of this is concerned. And that's my input. Thank you.
Thank you. Who do we have next?
Adam St. Pierre.
Adam, could you state your name for the record and you can unmute yourself?
Sorry, I'm still here at work. This is Adam St. Pierre. I'll make this quick. For once again, I agree with Brady. That really hurts to say. I don't think John's qualified to lead tourism. I think we're in the situation we are because of John. There's been multiple layers that have been failed on in the last, since 2016, I believe. And it became, blatantly obvious. But that being said, what timeline is good? I've heard the very pro-tourism people say, oh, you can't do it in January. Oh, you can't do it in July. Oh, you can't do it in January. Oh, well, in between events, this and that. There is no good time. Council earlier said that, if this is the year to do it, this is the year to do it. We have an RFP out there. Let's look at it. It's, dead set to end on, the end of June, beginning of July. Let's rip the Band-Aid off and do it. And when it said that it can't be done in this amount of time because the city person said this, whoever Brady mentioned, I don't remember who it was, to be completely honest. But I also looked at what the process was last time when Tina got the RFP the first time, when E2C got the RFP. It was very clear cut and concise on how long it took. It looks like we followed that same model this time and used the same time frame. Happened once, it could happen again, can it? And then, that also being said, when the contract is written, it looks like there might be a problem here. It should be not stated a particular contractor, whether it be, E2C or ABC or 123. It should be the tourism contractor representing the city of St. Helens, because isn't that what we're doing? Don't we have an RFP out to have somebody represent the city of St. Helens? They are a city of St. Helens contractor. They are working for the city of St. Helens, not for themselves. So the contract should be written as such that anybody could walk in at any time. You don't want to have a sole proprietor to do everything for you, which I know, a particular friend of mine just had that happen with their CPA. They had one particular person in charge of all their finances. And when that particular person had an issue, then it became a big cluster. So if we have one particular person in charge of all of that with every contract in their name, it was probably done the wrong way in the first place. So it should be representative of the city of St. Helens, not just the contractor themselves. So thank you guys very much for what you do. I appreciate it. You don't have an easy decision in front of you, but like I said earlier, I think it's time for a change in leadership of tourism. And I think it should be somebody who's not up for election this time, because it is a very political thing. Thank you, guys.
Okay, and we'll go to our last person.
There's actually two more.
Okay.
Willow.
Willow, would you like to state your full name for the record? Now unmute yourself.
Might want to say that again.
Willow, could you state your name for the record, your full name for the record, and start your public comment?
My name is William Goulart, aka Willow Bill. Can you hear me?
Willow? Yes, we can, Willow.
This is my first Zoom, you guys. What's up?
Not much, Willow.
I've been trying to do this for almost a year. Hey, I won't take too much of your time. I just wanted to give you a little info. The Eagle Hatter baby. We're going to be carving new canoe up in Lake Tahoe. It was really a beautiful ceremony. We understand the 4th of July is coming up. You know, a number of years ago, we talked about an Eagle Fest. That body of government right there that I'm looking at, not you four, but that body, granted $500 for the Eagle Fest. We were really excited thinking that the city was going to get behind the Eagle. Now we know you are. And so let's, remember, Rick, you said double down. We're hoping for $2,000 you guys will send to a t-shirt place. We're going to have both canoes there July 4th. I'm guessing McCormick Park. I know that there's not too much going on this year, and I was hoping that you guys might want to promote your Flying Eagle. It has been there 15 years on 4th of July. Just throw it out. That's me. I'm going to be there probably in 2 weeks to ask you guys probably in person, but now y'all know. I wish you all the best. We want to say thank you again. The Eagle's been giving a lot of people rides and flying free. So God bless.
Thanks, Willa.
Did that work? Have a great day.
Have a good night.
You can hear birds.
Hearing the birds is perfect.
The next one is M Ponce.
Okay, so, M. Ponce, can you state your name for the record, please?
Yeah, hi, it's Mitzi Ponce, and I'm from Two Cs. I wanted three quick things. First, I wanted to make a correction. So I actually sent Brady a message. I don't know if he's had a chance to see it or not, but during your work session, he had said that 9 years ago, the Klondike was closed, that the Masonic building was empty, and that Two Cs building was empty. So I just wanted to correct that. The Klondike was open 9 years ago. The Masonic building was occupied by Artifacts, and Two Cs opened in that location in 2012. So we were definitely there 9 years ago. And the reason I think that's important is because I think that was said in the context of the spirit of Halloween Town and other tourism events being responsible for those businesses existing today. If that's not exactly what he meant, then my bad, but that's what it sounded like to me. And I just want to say that, you know, some 80% of businesses will fail. They won't make it to the 15-year mark. So businesses come and go. A lot of us are here, you know, not strictly because of tourism. It helps. But a lot of us are here because we're putting in 6 and 7 day a week work weeks. The other thing is I wanted to say thank you for Travis at Landis and Landis. He took care of a signage problem that was creating a lot of confusion down here. It's really nice to have a contact with the contractors who came in, gave us their information. We could call them and have something fixed in literally 15 minutes. Just amazing. And the third thing I want to say is I know you guys are facing a lot of really difficult decisions. And I appreciate all the hard work that you're doing and all your thoughtful preparation for those decisions. And I just want you to know, someone said earlier, if there's ever a year to make changes in a contract, so regardless of whether that results in having a different contractor or not, if it results in a contract that everybody feels is more of what the city needs and requires, this is the time to do it. Everything's all messed up anyway. And as business owners, what we're learning is that it's just a year. We just need to take a deep breath and wait, and it will get all back to normal. And so if we're going to do it, this is the time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have one more.
Okay.
Zach. And Massey.
Okay. Hey, Jen, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yep, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, Jennifer Massey, St. Helens resident for the record. And I listened to the work session today, and then I listened so far, obviously, the comments. And I feel like I would be remiss to just point out something that seems obvious to a lot of other people. But, you know, as far as the RFP process, it's obviously a process that the lawyer said that needs to happen. And the thing that I think that we need to keep in mind is the fact that I get it that it appears never to be a good time, right? Because we've heard this slippery slope of when it's a good time for the RFP and a new contract, and it's been all over the map. However, what I think is confusing to a lot of individuals is the fact that since there is never a good time, right? So we pay a contractor, whomever it is right now, to run these events, event coordinator for a year. Or for whatever period of time, and we pay them by the year. So theoretically, that individual should be working on behalf of St. Helens and the city of St. Helens for that entire period that they're being paid for. So the logic is quite flawed. It appears that there's not going to be a contractor that would be signing the events or organizing the events or signing the contract if they're not going to be here. If we looked at the logic for that, that would say if RFP was going to go out next year, then theoretically that they would not be doing any of the event coordinating for that year prior, right? Because they may not be there for that event. If they start planning in September for an event in October, then there's never a good time. The other thing I want to keep in mind is that contractors, and who knows who will come out triumphant of this contract and be awarded it, and people will choose obviously the best one, the council will. But the reality is that the this again is the good time to do it because of all of the events that are coming about, but also it's there is a lot of confusion with the outstanding WANA account, where those funds, if that funds is going to be put back to the city, if it's going to help the next person for to help perform these events, because there's limited amount in the budget for the events. There's so many questions that are left out there. And a professional contractor, if they are awarded the contract, they would come in and should know what to do. Maybe it won't be perfect, maybe there's bumps and bruises, but the reality is professionals do this all the time all over the world. St. Helens is not something that is immune from changing out contractors. So I just wanted to point out that this happens every day. Contractors come and go, professionals can come in, slide in, do the job they're supposed to do. And we don't even know if a new contractor is going to be awarded the contract. But it seems like dragging this on seems pretty insane. And I have to agree with Adam also. I surprisingly agree with Brady on having a city manager, not a city administrator, because again, I said it before, all leads road back, all the bad roads lead back to John, unfortunately. So thank you for your time.
Hey, do we have any other? No? Okay, so let's go on to our ordinance, final reading, ordinance number 3300, an ordinance amending the St. Helens Municipal Code, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic, adding chapter 10.20, traffic calming.
Move we adopt ordinance number 3300 as read.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion's been made and seconded to approve ordinance 3300. Any discussion? President Chilton?
Aye.
Councilor Sunday? Aye. Anderson? Aye. Councilor Hubbard? Aye. And I'm an aye as well. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and have public comment. If you'd like to make a comment, please come up and keep it to 3 minutes or less. We're talking about increase in garbage and recycling rates.
Nick Helmick, City of St. Helens. Actually wasn't planning on speaking, but now that I saw it, I used to work at Community Action Team. We have a lot of clients, senior citizens who have trouble time not only paying for the increase with the, I believe it's the water bill that's happening, but I do know that with the increase in garbage, it is going to cause another strain. That's not a utility that Community Action Team can help pay for. So I just hope that there's some type of exception for senior citizens, kind of like with property tax. If there's a way to maybe keep their rates the same, I think that'd be the best approach moving forward. I totally understand having to raise rates for a growing city. With one garbage company, you got to keep the lights on. You don't want to spread people too thin. So I just really hope that there is a way to keep prices down for our most vulnerable population in St. Helens. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
I would agree, Brian, I would again say, no. I talked to Colin, frankly, when he called. I used to have a garbage can, I don't know what size it was. And, suddenly they had it for years, suddenly he tells me, oh. We don't have that garbage can anymore. I go, I don't understand what you're talking about, I have a garbage can. He goes, no, you have to get a different garbage can. I go, I don't wanna get a different garbage can, I'm happy with the garbage can I have. No, you have to change it. And I'm like, why? And then he says, well, you can go to on demand. I said, oh, then I can keep my garbage can? Yeah. So I says, fine, let's go to on demand. Which, interestingly enough, is actually cheaper than having it picked up on a regular basis. And so I did that and he still took my garbage can. I was really annoyed. Like, I want my damn garbage can back. And he took it. So, yeah, so I was really annoyed about it. And it's like, I don't know why he took my garbage can. But he did.
I think you start a petition to get your garbage can.
Okay,
Any other comments on garbage? Do we have any on Zoom? Okay. Let's go ahead and read resolution number 2003, resolution establishing garbage and recycling rates and superseding resolution number 1980.
I move we adopt resolution number 2003 as read.
Okay, a motion's been made and seconded to approve resolution 2003. Councilor President Chilton.
Aye.
Councilor Sunday. Aye. Councilor Goodrich. Councilor Hubbard. Aye. And I as well. Okay, now we'll go ahead and have a public comment period on updated engineering fees. Like with comment? Anybody on Zoom? Not hearing any or seeing any. Resolution number 2004, resolution adopting the universal fee schedule and superseding resolution number 1972.
We adopt resolution number 2004.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to approve resolution 2004. Comment? Okay. Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Council Sunday. Aye. Council Gunderson. Council Hubbard. No. Okay, and I'm an aye as well. You get that, Kathy? Russ's, okay, all right, just want to make sure. All right, approve and authorize for signature for agreement with St. Helens School District to obtain after-school recreation activities for development of the 21st Century Community Learning Center project. And 5, third amendment to agreement with Kittleson and Associates, Inc. for South First Street and St. Helens Street intersection improvement project.
I'll make a motion to approve and authorize for signature line items 4 and 5 is read.
Second. I was trying to get Brandon to do it.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve and authorize for signatures 4 and 5. Any discussion? Okay.
Talk a little bit, John, about 5.
That is an amendment with Kittleson and Associates, which is design work for the St. Helens First Street intersection. And due to the undergrounding of the power, the utility coordination work, there's some extra work related to that.
Do we have a change order on that? This is in addition to, this is the third.
This is the
Change order.
yeah. The initial design was the intersection, just the intersection, and it didn't have the underground component to it. And then we added it, and there's been more coordination with the franchise utilities. It's been really challenging. A lot of meetings with those folks.
We got one that we're having a lot of difficulties with. They're just not responding, or a lot of every excuse can take up, yeah. So. That's what I understand.
Yeah, we're yes.
We have a difficult utility, is that what we're saying?
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Councilor Sunday. Aye. Councilor Gunderson. Aye. Councilor Hubbard. And I as well. Consent agenda for accepted 6 budget committee meeting or minutes dated May 4th, 2023, January 11th, 2024, February 15th, 2024, and April 5th or April 25th, 2024.
We accept consent agenda item number 6, budget committee minutes.
Thanks. Good. Motion been made and seconded to approve consent agenda for all the minutes from the budget committee meeting. Councilor Chilton,
Aye.
Councilor Sunday, Councilor Anderson, Councilor Hubbard, and I as well. Consent agenda for approval, 7 utility leak adjustment request for 280 St. Helens Street, Salisbury, and 8 accounts payable bill list.
I move we approve consent agenda items 7 and 8.
Second.
Okay, I'm confused because I have something from a work session here and I see it right here.
Yeah,
Should it be the dollar amount on here?
yeah, it should be in the record, so yes.
Okay, so, the Salisbury in the amount of $6,011.18 for the record. You still want to make that motion?
Yeah, but do I need to kill the other motion?
No, you're fine.
No.
So I wanna approve the consent agenda items 7 and 8 with the specific dollar amounts listed.
Second that.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Council President Chilton,
Aye.
Councilor Sunday.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson. Aye. Councilor Hubbard, and I'm an aye as well. Okay, we also have, which was not discussed earlier, Chris Iverson has expressed that he would be willing to sit on we have him as a representative for the Columbia Learning Center Board of Directors. And he has expressed that he would still be willing to do that for us. So unless anybody has anybody they have in mind, would like to change that, we can go ahead and reappoint him.
Is that arrangement set up? How does that work?
I think it's every 2 years. Is that how that is?
Yeah.
Probably,
And we have-
every 2 years.
We have 2 city representatives.
Yeah.
Mark
Uh,
and then Chris.
So, that's a good, it was Bert Lee there for a while.
Mark right now.
It's Mark. Yep, so Mark, are you up then?
Huh?
Will you be up by
Next year.
next year?
Have you been going to those meetings?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard you ever say anything about them.
I kind of forget sometimes.
Yeah.
Not much to say.
Take some notes, please, and then.
So that's how that works. I mean, can we have a couple counselors there?
Yeah, it's not a quorum.
Yeah.
Fine with continuing the way it is.
He was just curious about how it was functioning. Because somebody did.
Better reporting.
On it.
You're fine with it, about one.
I move that we reappoint Chris Iverson as one of the city's representatives on the Columbia Learning Center Board of Directors. I'll second that.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve Chris Iverson to the library board of directors. Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Councilor Sunday. Aye. Councilor Gunderson. Aye. Councilor Hubbard. Aye. As well. Okay, we'll go ahead and do council reports. Start with Council President Chilton.
I just wanted to go over a little bit tonight, some things that are coming up. This weekend is the mental health fair put on by NAMI and CCMH. It's Saturday at McCormick Park from 10 to 2, and I encourage everybody to come down and check out the vendors that will be there and the activities going on. Every year, NAMI and CCMH do a really phenomenal job with growing it and just being a good advocate of the resources in our community for mental health. So I just want to promote that. And then next week is the high school open house, Friday, the 24th at 5:30. So I work right across the street, so I'll just leave work and walk right across the street to the high school, and you can't wait to see it. The building just looks really beautiful. And it's nice to see cars in the parking lot up there again. So I'm really excited to see the inside of the high school. And I know there's still another phase of work that needs to be done, but at least being able to see something come of it is really important to the community. So I'm excited. Reminder to vote. Local politics are just as important as national politics. In fact, probably more important, because those are the things that really influence the day-to-day things, like your garbage fees and your road, equipment and things like that. So I'm just really encouraging everyone to vote and pay attention to their local politics. And then I just wanted to say that I'm very excited about Project Arcadia moving forward. I wasn't able to be there last night, but I was filled in and it sounds like everything's moving quickly. And I'm just really excited that we can get that on the road again. So more to come.
Yep. Hey, that's Cindy.
Right, so we had our Parks and Trails Commission meeting this week. Thank you, Nick, for your time and great having you on the commission. They're working on some great projects right now, so looking forward to hearing more about that. If you haven't heard, Columbia View Park will be closing. I believe the 20th is the closure date of this month, so get in there and take a look around and take some pictures, remember what it looks like before, and next year we should have a beautiful new park to look at. Just got right before this meeting came from the softball fields, and parks and fields are looking great this year, so thanks to our parks crew and all the good work that they're doing. Also very excited for Project Arcadia and to see some progress being made there, so very exciting things coming up. Wanted to point out that this week is National Police Week, so again, thank our police force for all the good work that they do. And today specifically, May 15th, is National Peace Officers Memorial Day, which is special recognition to those who have lost their lives in the line of duty. So fortunately, St. Helens has only had one of those, Marshal Dale Perry, who died in 1924. So this year will be the 100th anniversary of his passing. And again, like Jessica said, encourage everybody to get out there and vote. It does make a difference. You know, we have a police levy on the ballot this year, so would ask you to consider that. Costs a lot of money to have a good police force, and that's not getting any cheaper. So please consider that. I know a lot of people are struggling right now, and everything's going up and nothing's going down. But this is one I feel very strongly about. And then Citizens Day is coming up. We still need lots of volunteers. So if you or anybody you know has an hour or even 2 hours or whatever you can contribute, we would love to have you at Citizens Day and passing out napkins or plates or dishing up hot dogs and burgers. So anything you can contribute would be appreciated. So hope to see everybody there in a little over a month. That's it.
Right. So Marshal Dale Perry, he died in a motorcycle wreck.
He did. Yep. On Columbia Boulevard.
Yep.
At the church there.
Yep.
That's Gunderson.
We had the planning committee meeting last night, and I think it was the first time that I got a chance to really see them work on the proactive items that they were talking about. There was a house that had not had permits pulled. It was one of the historic houses, and it was really well done by the Shoemaker, Commissioner Shoemaker, and the councils in general, in working with the homeowner to put in, you know, the correct windows to, and it was great give and take. It was really kind of interesting to see. I thought it was going to go south, but you know, it worked out really well. So it's interesting to see how that's going to work out. I think it will. Citizens Day in the park. Yes, we need volunteers for that. So I would, if you're having any interest, please volunteer. And what else? Oh, yes, and please vote. I'm behind this police levy 100%. And like Brandon said, everything gets more expensive, but policing is one of them. So I think it's a need that we need to meet. That's all I got.
That's for Hubbard.
Glad to see Arcadia got to the point it has right now. We'll be following that very closely. I'm really excited to see the mill start up, and it will have its 100th year anniversary, and after they get it all up and going, 2 years, I believe, right? Yeah. So that would be exciting for the town to have all that employment and the mill back up. It's such a liability now. So this is coming at a good time. It's the most positive thing we've got going, I think, right now. Can happen fast. So that's my excitement there. That's all I got.
Okay, so Citizens Day in the Park was discussed a lot. We have that coming up on June 22nd. We do need volunteers. We also need to make sure I'm gonna have to. He already took off. I should have got him here, the Hudson guy. I've yet to reach out to him, and but there are quite a few of my contacts are already fulfilled. I don't know how everybody else is doing, but we're a little over a month out, so we need to get on it. But I have got the main players, thank you to, St. Helens Marina and also, Pacific Statements, is that the one?
Industrial.
Yes, Pacific Industrial, that's, for their donation, so, and I'm gonna try to get a few more. So that, and then, went and talked to the first graders at Lewis and Clark, Tuesday, boy, they're a tough crowd, I'll tell you that right now. One reoccurring thing was a trampoline park. We need a trampoline park, and then they asked about the water park, and they said, oh, we have a splash pad downtown. But it was really neat to hear about our city from first graders' point of view. Project Arcadia, there's still a lot of due diligence to do there. I hope that we can come to a deal on that. Of course, I don't want to speak too much on that because we do have an LOI and we are respectful of that. Visitor comments has been discussed, that most cities do not do visitor comments in their work session. They only do it in their regular session. The work session is just about work. Want to get your guys' feel on just moving visitor comments to just the evening only. And because a lot of times questions are answered if they watch the work session. Or we get the answer. So
Seems like there's a lot of repetition.
yeah.
Same thing said at the work session, I come and say it again.
Yeah. So, it's not uncommon, and that's typically the way a lot of cities do it, is in the evening, just their comments in the regular session, so. How do you guys feel about that?
I feel better about having it in the evening because I feel like that's when more people are able to come. But I also don't like the idea of limiting those that maybe can't come in the evening.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. What allows us to focus on our work session and have better timelines. Also, when we have attorneys waiting to, sometimes they have an attorney, but we also have executive session and stuff like that. That's why I'm looking to just try to be more efficient. And it's not uncommon. And
People do have the option to submit a written statement as
oh,
well.
absolutely. Anytime.
That's welcome.
Yep, anytime. Yeah. So,
I think it's a good idea. I think if you really think about it, been up here a few years now, and most of the time, the comments are referring to something that we're getting ready to work on in the work session. So it doesn't really make sense to me, most of the time. So it would make more sense if, you know, they were able to watch the work session and then come to the regular session to comment on things that and that's still before we're voting on things. So it makes sense to me.
That's to me.
yeah. Okay, so would somebody like to make a motion that we switch that over? Let's start. We'll make an announcement and we'll start, 2 meetings from now. Yeah. We'll make the announcement and start next June or next meeting. Actually, let's go ahead and make, so we can announce the next 2 meetings. Let's do it, June 15th or whatever meeting that is, 17th. We'll switch that.
Started on June 19th.
Yep. Is that the third? Yep, June 19th. Okay.
I believe that is in our council rules. So we might need an amendment to that, which is pretty easy to do.
Okay.
Bring that forward, and for some reason it doesn't work out. So
Well, that'll work out.
We change it back.
We can actually vote on it too, next meeting, so we don't have to really do it now, we have it all ready to go.
And it's a resolution, so there's no 2 weeks or second readings or anything like that.
So you need a motion or not?
No, we don't, we can wait till we'll have it ready. We'll make an announcement. So the July 3rd meeting, we have council, correct?
July 3rd.
No? Okay, I would recommend that we do. We generally do. Because it's the 4th, when people are usually busy, wanting to do stuff with their family. That, I'm actually gonna segue
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
July 3rd.
July 3rd.
We don't have meetings on July 3rd, but you're saying you want. them.
No, I'm saying,
We did have
we did already cancel it, right? We already.
Yes, we already canceled.
Okay,
All right.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, or did I?
It sounded like we were having a meeting.
Oh, yeah, let's just have it. You know what? Well, that brings me back to this point, is that I think we need to get together as a council and, I can wear my American flag hat and shirt, but we need to put something out through Crystal and let people know that we.
We already talked about that in the work session. You didn't watch it, did you?
Oh, I got poor kid, cutting grass, but, so it was brought up, but, we need to get the word out there that. Well, this is a year about, having a block party, going in, doing the activities in the daytime down at McCormick Park, but later at night, have a barbecue and connect with one another. Cause we're not gonna have fireworks down here. So just we need to make sure and get that out. We are under construction. We cannot put thousands of people down here. There's no way that waterfront will support it, so, we need to. Get together when we all can do that and, sooner than later, so we can start getting the word out.
I think Crystal already has a plan for communications about that.
Yeah, we're talking about it.
Yep. Do you talk to her after I told you? Yeah, okay. All right, so. Flying Angel is gonna be here for the 4th of July. That'll be interesting. It's gonna be here for a little bit. I might take a ride in it. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, some compliments about, Landis and their professionalism, and I will have to say that they are really doing a fabulous job over there. They're getting those trenches in and moving right along, so, pretty cool. I think that's all I have. Sure.